There's a vibrant community in New York City building new experimental video games. However, many arcade bars are focused on retro games from the 80s and 90s.
We want to open a space in Brooklyn dedicated to independent games. We're going to call it Wonderville.
Hi, I'm Mark Kleback. I'm the founder of Death by Audio Arcade, a nonprofit dedicated to curating events and building installations for local game developers. I'm also a fabricator, and I've built over 20 custom arcade cabinets.
I'm Stephanie Gross. For the past 10 years, I've helped organizations file their non-for-profit 501c3 paperwork. My clients include Secret Project Robot, Death by Audio Arcade, Baby Castles, Code Liberation, and many more.
Also, we're engaged. So back in 2013, I was living in the back of a punk warehouse called Death by Audio. There was a music venue there, and every night of the week, a passionate community would come out to support the local musicians. There were artists who painted murals on the walls, people built sculptures, and there was a really electric energy in the back. However, when I went to go see local game developers, it felt a little bit different. They would bring their laptops to a table with controllers, set up their games for a few hours, and then pack everything up. So I wanted to figure out a way to bridge the gap between these two communities. I started inviting local game developers to Death by Audio to build arcade cabinets and install them in the venue. So when Death by Audio closed in 2014, we had to take our arcade cabinet collection on the road. We started setting up one-month partnerships with music venues and art galleries. We would host several events, demo nights, tournaments, then pack everything up and move to the next location.
This hasn't been sustainable. All our money and time goes to renting box trucks, finding homes for the arcade cabinets, and fixing them when they get damaged.
So our plan is to buy a bar. This bar is going to be the new home for our indie arcade machines. It's this bar right here, located here in Brooklyn, off of the J. Kosciuszko stop, and it's called Wonderville. This bar will act as our base of operations, where we will host all of our new independent arcade machines.
The indie game community isn't that different than the artist installation community in the sense that it's a kind of a small community that needs a home. So in that regard, we feel like this space is going to be a new home for a new idea, very similar to ours, but not that far at the same time. And I think that the actual physical space really lends itself to having arcades in one room and a bar, but also just sort of all sorts of new things that can come out of it. So we've known Mark and Stephanie for going on 10 years, I'd say. They've been in a very similar scene over Death by Audio doing their arcade thing, but also we've known Stephanie because she helped us get not-for-profit status. When we were thinking of potential buyers, we were sort of trying to figure out somebody who would appreciate all the care we put into this place and also had like a feasible logistic ability to actually run a space. And first two people we thought of was actually Mark and Stephanie because we thought that all of their work would really fit well into this space as well. And we're pretty excited that all the passion we put into this space is going to sort of go into a new project. So it's kind of double the love.
We are so appreciative of Eric and Rachel's help and support, but in order to make this dream happen, we need to raise money to buy the business, the necessary licenses, and machinery.
We want to continue to host events for the games community, like game jams, playtest nights, and rotating gallery exhibits.
We'll have educational workshops we'll teach about game design and fabrication. We'll have talks and panels with people from the game industry.
We'll have board game nights, virtual reality, live music, and art installations.
Well, the most important thing is we make this a sustainable home for this community for years to come. With your help and support, we can make that happen. Thank you for supporting us.
Thank you.